This is truth. You create your own reality absolutely and in every way. Most of the time, you have no idea that you are actively creating your day-to-day reality or how you are doing it. In the same way that all of creation is linked, so too is every part of your life a co-creation in the most amazing and complex way. At soul level, you choose to incarnate into a human life form. At this level, you choose your family and your genetic heritage. Very often, you choose a grouping with whom you are interacting in many other lifetimes and time frames, choosing different roles in most incarnations. You choose your time and place of birth, your gender, your race, your nationality, your socioeconomic situation, and the broad spectrum game plan of your life. This game plan is loosely the matrix or structure within which you will make your life choices day by day. Within the matrix, you choose probable realities. It might be that you set up a probable reality that one or both parents die when you are still very young, or perhaps they may divorce. It may be that you birth yourself with a passion for music or painting or mathematics. It is interesting to note that where there is talent or passion, it may manifest in many lifetimes to a greater or lesser degree. Also, that groups of entities sharing the same interest may come together just for the fun of sharing the interest or passion. In this way, you may recall a situation, something like, oh, so-and-so loves to play the violin and his great uncle was a great noted violinist. We have heard many of you ask, if it is true that we create our own reality, why would any of us choose to be born into a family where we are abused, or where we would starve to death, or be born into a time and place of war? It may seem to you very callous if we say, simply for the experience of it. However, contemplate this. You are truly eternal creatures. You incarnate into the human experience hundreds and hundreds of times, not because it is a punishment. You choose it because it is the most wonderful, astounding, vibrantly intense emotional experience. Each lifetime simply is like an in-breath and an out-breath to the eternal soul, and at soul level you desire to create every possible experience and emotion. Now, having set up the game plan, you are ready to be born. From the moment of your physical birth, you begin to garner the human experiences which teach you, in a way, who you think you are. These early experiences set up a belief structure, and the emotional responses to these beliefs, coupled with your interactions with your family and their own beliefs, are the framework within which you create your day-to-day life. By the time you are around 6 years of age, those beliefs and the emotional response to them are more or less cast in stone, until such time as you choose consciously to change them. Many of your beliefs are held within the collective consciousness as truth or immutable fact, and most of you are not even aware that you hold them, or even that they are not necessarily true. So these beliefs are the cornerstones of your co-created reality. However, as many of you have found, thought patterns by themselves do not necessarily create or change your reality. As we have said very often, if you could create change simply by thought alone, your world would be a very different place. So what is the power that creates your reality? Motion, energy in motion, which is the reason you keep incarnating. It behooves you to really understand that the universe supports you 100% of the time. It supports you without judgment. It allows you to create whatever and however you may. This being the case, we suggest you quickly learn how you may consciously create your life so that you may create more peace, harmony, love, and joy, and create it not only in your own life, but because you are all connected in the entire world. To become more consciously creative is not really so difficult. You are required to pay attention to your thoughts and reactions. Where either may be negative, you need to deal with the fear underlying those thoughts. Pay attention to what you believe about yourself in and about any situation, and change those beliefs that no longer serve you. Learn how to be what you desire for yourself. We shall give you more detail about these a little later. Love and fear are at the opposite ends of the emotional spectrum. Much of your life you spend in neutral. You go about your day-to-days not paying too much attention to your thoughts or feelings. Much of the time you are focused on your past or future rather than paying attention to now. Your emotions are the power and the driving force of your creative life. The more intense the emotion, the greater the creative drive. The most powerful emotions are love and fear. Now we have said that the universe supports you 100% without judgment. So if the underlying emotion driving your choices and decisions is fear, then the universe will support that. If your underlying belief is that you are unworthy of love, that belief creates the fear that you will not find love. The universe will support that emotion and belief and will assist you to create the people and situations in your life that reflect your fear and belief. Many of you are afraid of what supposedly hidden fears and beliefs you might have that could influence your life in a negative fashion. However, we say to you that nothing is really hidden. Your life shows you exactly what you believe about yourself and your world and how that feels. If you are unhappy with some areas of your life, ask yourself, what do I believe about myself in this situation? Now reflect upon the parts of your life that bring you joy and ask the same question. Pay attention. There is no such thing as accident or coincidence. Everything you experience is a co-creation. We understand that each one of you is a sovereign, powerful being co-creating your individual life and that you are totally connected one to another. Then much of the blame and recrimination will fade from your life. Conversely, many of you should shoulder blame and feel guilt about situations without acknowledging another person's sovereign participation in the co-creation. Where there is a situation, perhaps a car accident resulting in injury or even death, the outcome may emotionally affect many people, the families, the friends, the people who may have witnessed the accident, the doctors or nurses who perhaps attended, the people who were in the car. In this case, you can see that it is co-creation which may have far-reaching effects far beyond the people initially involved in the accident. Whatever you create, whether you judge it to be positive or negative, is a gift for you. There is some wisdom to be garnered, something more for you to know about yourself or your world. Sometimes you may find a situation grievous or horrific. It is for you to know that there is a pearl there for you, an opportunity for expansion. Perhaps an opportunity to reach out to someone, and in doing so, discover a gem you did not know existed. So, indeed, it is a wonderful game you all play. Our desire for you is that you learn to play it with consummate skill and have loads of fun as you do so. Pay attention to the results of your conscious creations. Give yourselves a pat on the back and say thank you to your goddess, God self, and to the universe for the privilege of being here in this, your miraculous world.